I'm Miranda here now with your latest Newsmax Now update. A senior Pentagon official says Qatar plans to purchase $11 billion worth of U.S. military equipment. The arms deal will provide Qatar with U.S. Patriot missiles and Apache helicopters. Officials say Qatar is investing in a missile defense system to protect itself from Iran, which has built up a threatening missile arsenal in the Gulf. Washington says this deal will strengthen America's security and diplomatic ties to Qatar. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry is in Vienna to meet with his Iranian counterpart Javad Zarif today. This is the second consecutive day of talks between the two officials. The subject is Tehran's nuclear program. A senior State Department official says Kerry is there to gauge Iran's willingness to make the critical choices it needs to make. And Israel says it used a U.S.-supplied Patriot missile to shoot down a Hamas-controlled drone today. In addition, Israel's military has been able to use its missile defense shield provided by the U.S. to prevent rockets from hitting Israel. Unfortunately, that missile defense system can't stop all the rockets fired by Hamas. And what you're about to see here right now is a home in the southern part of Israel that was struck by a rocket. There you see it launched from Gaza earlier today. Militants say they've launched more than 1,000 rockets in the last 7 days. In response, Israeli Defense Forces say they've struck more than 1,300 targets. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister says he plans to continue the offensive attack against Hamas.
An unconscionable terrorist attack on civilian populations, and of course we have to act to defend ourselves.
And Benjamin Netanyahu urged Americans to imagine what it'd be like if U.S. cities from the east coast to Colorado were under constant threat of rocket attacks. Neither side says it plans to cease fire. And the White House is feeling the pressure from both parties when it comes to immigration. Some Democrats and many Republicans continue to criticize the president's handling of the crisis at the border. Texas Governor Rick Perry went on the record yesterday and says the president simply doesn't care.